KFI AM 640. It's later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. And I know kids everywhere were just ecstatic this morning. It was almost like Christmas morning. Mo, what are you talking about? Did you know that tens of thousands of students returned to school today? Don't you remember when you were a kid? The night before the first day of school, not to be confused with the night before Christmas. And you're thinking about what your new classmates are going to be. Hopefully there'll be this cute girl in your class, or at least that's what I was thinking. And you were wondering like what your teachers were going to be like, depending on what grade you were in. If you had one teacher, a homeroom teacher, you had a number of teachers. But that's about as far as my excitement went. I dreaded school. You know, right around Labor Day weekend in September is when I went back to school many, many moons ago when I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Now, they're going back to school in large part in August, as in today. And I'm not just talking about one or two different areas. Yes, Anaheim, there were tens of thousands, but also the Inland Empire, Fontana, Hacienda Heights, La Puente, Jurupa, Redlands, Ontario, Montclair, Hesperia, Palm Springs, all back to school today.
And that's where we'll start, Carlos. Thousands of children in Orange County returning to school today. Yes, it is August 6th. The fall semester starts now.
Isn't that kind of weird? The fall semester starts the latter part of summer.
It's very weird.
Twala, you work as a school administrator.
Yes. Go back next week.
All these kids going back to school in August. I just don't get it.
My daughter starts Monday.
Public high school?
Yeah. Heritage Christian. A brand new school.
Mark, did you ever go to school in August? Oh, first, good evening. I'm sorry. You're probably doing something far more important than me.
No, nothing could possibly be more important than answering your questions, Mo.
Thank you. I'm going to hold you to that. We got that on tape, right, Stefan? We got that on tape?
You got it.
Okay.
Were you able to record the sincerity that I said it with?
Yes.
Okay.
It was dripping with sarcasm.
Good. No, I don't remember. August seems really early to me. I hate to agree with you because that's boring, but it does seem early. It was torture going back to school. I was never in any hurry. Were you?
Never. Not in a hurry. I was anticipating. Everything for me was about the girls. I'm just being honest. I wanted to see, who had grown a little bit over the summer.
Who was going to reject you?
Look, that's a part of growing up.
Yeah.
Look, I can tell you still to this day, at least in sixth grade, the girls who turned me down.
Oh, really?
To go study with them. Yes. I have no shame in naming them. Brett Eliason, Lisa St. Clair, Christine Haywood.
Petty Crocker.
Oh, to this day.
Sixth grade.
Yeah. I was trying my best in sixth grade. It was middle school. It was the first day of school. Not first day, but I'm saying it was at a new school, Cali Mayer Middle School in Torrance. And yeah, and when you go to middle school, it wasn't just my elementary school as a feeder. There were different elementary schools feeding in. So there were all these different girls that I didn't know and hadn't seen before. And we're all reaching puberty together. It's like, hey, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you sounded like back then?
No, actually, my voice did change in sixth grade. I do remember that. As a matter of fact, it changed in sixth grade.
Was it like the episode of the Brady Bunch where Peter's voice cracks?
For only like a day or two.
Okay.
It really didn't crack. It just went from the falsetto to all of a sudden it was like not like a baritone voice.
Now suddenly you're Barry White. Hey.
No, it wasn't that, but you could tell like
it wasn't like Tawala status. It was just
it was sixth grade, and I realized that how should I say this? There was grass in the front yard.
Okay.
Hey, Mark,
you asked.
Mark, you didn't know that you didn't call it grass in the front yard?
I'd rather not dwell on that if it's all the same to the two of you.
Oh, Mark.
You asking about my voice changing? Well, I'm just letting you know.
I don't want to know about how well you trimmed your lawn back then, okay?
I didn't say I
No one was trimming.
You put it out there.
No. I didn't say anything about manscaping. I'm just saying that there were some weeds.
Oh, okay.
Starts now in Anaheim. KTLA's Omar Lewis live at Edison Elementary for the big welcome. Omar, good morning.
Absolutely. Good morning. It is a celebration here at Edison Elementary School here in Anaheim, where across the Anaheim Elementary School District, nearly 14,000 students are headed back to the classroom today. You can see they are welcoming students back in style and with a celebration here as we have the All-Star Mariachi. They have balloons.
Wait a minute. They have an all-star mariachi band to signify kids returning to class?
Yeah.
I don't ever remember being any type of celebration when I went back to school because no one was that happy. I was checking out the girls, but no one was happy to be back in school.
I remember the drum corps coming out with Blair High School, coming back in with the drum corps rocking.
See, high school I had a 0 period because I was in band. I really did not have any desire to hurry back to school. And when, depending on your age, when I was in school, so we're talking about the middle to late 80s, we returned to school usually the first week in September. And it was always weird because we'd have a week of school and then we'd have the Monday off for Labor Day weekend. It was always just like back to back. So maybe the last day in August or something, we would return. But we would get out of school around like the 15th to 17th of June, whenever that Friday would fall in that week. And then we wouldn't return for another 2.5 months. Now these kids got like 4 weeks, quote unquote summer. Now, do they have a longer winter break, vacation break? I'm wondering because ours went from like December, let's say 17th through January 4th.
No. The winter break this year, it's not that long. Next year, they're supposed to catch up, and I believe the fires really threw off the break and all that.
That's true.
There's a lot of catching up and making up to do. Like even at the school I work at, we're supposed to have 2 full weeks of summer break, but it's like now it's been like a week and a day because we've had to make up for a lot of school time.
Well, what did you have as far as the Easter break, spring break, whatever you want to call it break?
At the most, for our school, we can only be out like at a max 2 weeks. So we're never out more than 2 weeks at a time. But our spring break is about a week. And then, Christmas and Thanksgiving break are about a week.
And when was graduation at the end of this past school year?
July.
Stop there. You got out in July. You're going back in late August?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Sucks to high hell. Ooh, thank goodness I'm out of school and I have to go to work every day with no summer break. But I could just imagine as a kid. I mean, that was the only great day of school was the last day of school. You showed up, but you weren't doing any work. You would just play games or you watch movies, and it was usually a half day. You go home at like 1 o'clock or something, and it kicked off summer. And then you had fun for the next 2.5 months. Now they get 2.5 weeks, and they're dumber than when we were in school.
I don't know, man.
No, they are dumber.
No.
Dumber.
I used to love going to school. Like first day, because me and the homies, we would all go down to like the fashion district and like get all of the bootleg shoes, the khakis, the Dickies, the everything. And we would want to show up like white T-shirts, pressed fresh.
But see, that was a big deal as far as your back to school clothes. Both my parents were teachers. And if you don't know about teachers, you can either get your checks spread over the 12-month period, or you can get it every 2 weeks like everyone else. And then you have this pay lull during the summer. I don't know if my parents were lying to me, but they said that they never got paid in the summer. So I never could get back to school clothes.
Oh, so you're like, I'm not in no hurry to go show off last year's stuff.
Right. I was not in a hurry, and I never grew a hell of a lot. So I could always wear the stuff I had last year. So, it's like, oh, yeah. Mo, didn't you have that 6 months ago? Sure did.
Oh, man.
Sure did.
Parents are walking their students in this morning, getting ready for that first day back. Speaking of, want to bring in the Acosta family and introduce you here to Christina.
Way too happy. There's nothing that celebratory about going back to school. Nothing. Only thing that would make me that happy is if, like, Mark Ronner gave me my due credit or something like that. I'd really like that.
Keep wishing.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly here. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app, and it's getting hot outside. I was driving in, and it said like 89 degrees on the thermometer, the temperature gauge reading in my car, and I said, golly, I know it's going to be hell walking from the garage to the building. So I'll have 15 steps in which I have to brave the elements. And it was hot today. And then I realized it's going to be hotter for the ensuing days where we're going to be hitting, what I'm told, triple digits. And Mark Ronner, he did not let us know. It's his job to let us know. I'm
What
not
are you
even gonna play
talking
this
about?
sounder.
I said
You're
that in the
supposed to
last
know.
two news breaks.
No.
Have you been listening?
People tune out for the news breaks, including
it's
me.
It's the only reason they listen to this station. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so we're supposed to have triple digit weather heat for the next few days or so.
Well, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be really hot tomorrow. Then it'll drop a few degrees Friday. So we should have in LA mid 80s with the usual, lower at the beaches, higher inland over the weekend.
Yes, I'm told it's supposed to be 100 degrees in like the Inland Empire. To your point, Mark Ronner.
By the time we head into the afternoon, I would say maybe hold off on any of that physical activity as things are really going to start to heat up over the course of the next few days. The heat is really building today. Some of the hottest temperatures. This is why I've issued that next weather alert. Take a look. Once you get away from the coast, our inland communities, this is where we're seeing all that heat. And that's because this is going to be some of the hottest temperatures we've seen all year. Remember, we've had a really mild
All that
You've got to say it
This
so
is
it
where we're
conveys
seeing
the
all
discomfort.
that heat, and we're seeing all that heat.
emphasis on the
Heat, and that's because this is going to be some of the hottest temperatures we've seen all year. Remember, we've had a
All
really
year.
mild summer. We've been waiting for this heat, and now the heat.
Was anyone really waiting for the heat? I don't know if that's accurate. I wasn't waiting for the heat. I wasn't like sitting at home. It's like, damn, the heat's late. It's supposed to be here by now. It's going on August 15th. Where's the heat? No one's waiting for the heat.
We've been waiting for this heat, and now the heat has arrived. So
Who's this we?
areas like Irvine and also San Bernardino, and then also downtown LA, inland Ventura County, also our high desert communities, a lot of our valleys, all under this next weather alert that I've issued for Thursday and Friday. But I do want to talk about school is back in session for a lot.
Hey. Excuse me, miss. We talked about school last segment.
School is back in session for a lot of places, but I just have a few of these school districts that I've highlighted for you. So I'm going to show you. So areas like Fontana,
Yep.
USD is headed back to the classroom, and it's going to be a hot one. So temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s here. And then I do want to show you that the Hacienda La Puente School District, so Hacienda Heights, you're also headed back to the classroom as well. 92 degrees here. And then here's a look at La Puente. So La Puente is looking at highs today,
La
about
Puente.
93 degrees. And then some other areas in the Inland Empire and also our high desert communities looking at school back in session. So we are talking about areas like.
Did you hear that? She got a little too comfortable. We're talking about.
So we are talking about areas like Harupa, 98 degrees. And then once.
You should enunciate. It's no talking about. It's talking about.
So we are talking about areas like Harupa, 98 degrees. And then once you get a little bit closer to the base of the mountain, San Bernardino County, Redlands, we're talking triple digit heat today. So again, things are only going to get hotter as we head into the rest of the week. So here is a look at what I'm talking about.
She's doing a lot of talking about.
Yeah, it's like Gary Coleman doing the weather. What you talking about?
No, it's you. It's not we're talking. I'm talking. Just say I am talking about.
What I'm talking about.
There you go.
As
That's
we
better.
are headed into the afternoon, we have more school districts. Even our high desert communities are headed back to the classroom today. So Ontario, Montclair, K through 8, you're going to start to see temperatures in the mid 90s. Hesperia in the high desert, same with the Lucerne Valley. You're going to see those temperatures in the mid 90s, triple digits, and then even Palm Springs out to the east of us. We're looking at students headed back to the classroom here. It's going to be 113 degrees in Palm.
If it's 113 degrees where you live, you're living in the wrong place. Can we just say that? I don't care if it's Palm Springs. I don't care if it's Phoenix. I don't care if it's Mojave. If it's 113 degrees, you're living in the wrong freaking place. There are better places to live other than the 5th level of hell.
It's going to be 113 degrees in Palm Springs. Ouch. So,
Ouch. Ouch. It's not a pinprick. When your body goes aflame and is set on fire, it's not ouch.
it's going to be 113 degrees in Palm Springs. Ouch. So we are talking about some really hot temperatures.
There she goes. We're talking about. Who is we?
It's going to be
Who's we?
113 degrees in Palm Springs. Ouch.
What's
So
the royal we? I am surprised, frankly, that you don't use the royal we, Mo.
Never mind.
We are talking about some really hot temperatures.
We're talking. We're not talking.
We are talking about some really hot temperatures as we head into the afternoon today. So drink lots of water. Try and stay indoors as much as you can. Here in Southern California, once you get away from the coast, that warming trend continues. But we're also going to start to see a little bit more of that smoke and haze from the local wildfires filtering in over the course of the next few days. And that also makes it unhealthy to be outside. So again, try and take frequent breaks. If you have to be outside, stay in the shade, drink lots of water. Some of the hottest temperatures, as I mentioned, Thursday and Friday. That's why I've issued that next weather alert for those 2 days.
That's very nice for we're talking about it. It's later with Mo Kelly. And much to the delight of Tawala, who thinks the big one is on the way, the big earthquake, which is going to level Southern California. Tawala always lets me know when there are earthquakes in and around Southern California, as if they're a harbinger of what's to come. And we're going to go right back to the Inland Empire. We're talking about Inland Empire and the 4 earthquakes which happened overnight in rapid succession. 4 earthquakes. Maybe the big one is on the way. We'll find out next. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and social media.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI, Mr. Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the iHeartRadio app. I want to say hello to one of our new members of the Mo Migos in the Motown chat on YouTube, Twiggy Irishman, who just logged in today for the first time, is checking out the show, and is liking the wallpaper, as they say. So, Twiggy, welcome. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Tell a friend, bring a friend. Don't be selfish. Let everyone else enjoy as well. And Tawala Sharp, once again, he's going to let me know. He specifically walked from doing the podcast back into the studio so he can chastise me about the big one, which is on the way because of this story in which in the Inland Empire, they had 4 earthquakes overnight. There was a 5th one later on, but I'm just going to tell you about the first 4. And the series began Tuesday afternoon with a 3.5 magnitude quake at about 5 o'clock near Rialto. Several hours later, they had back-to-back 3.5 magnitude quakes, which were reported around 3 miles southeast of Ontario. First one happened early Wednesday morning at 1:02 a.m., and the second was 12 minutes later at 1:14 a.m. I don't know if they are 4 separate and distinct earthquakes or we're talking about one earthquake and some aftershocks. I'm not the geologist. I'm not the seismologist. I'm just reading the story. And then after those pair of quakes, there was a quake which happened in the San Gabriel Mountains at Lido Creek, and that was 3.7 magnitude at 2 a.m.
You're mischaracterizing this entire situation. You should have led with a swarm of earthquakes.
I don't say swarm because it reminds me of bees, and bees frighten me. Okay,
should these. It is a swarm of earthquakes. They may not be as deadly as the Africanized killer bees that are on their way. Hey, look, I'm just trying to make sure that I acknowledge the nationality of these murderous bees. But still,
Africa's not a nation. Okay, it's a continent, so there's not a nationality.
Aren't they South African killer bees?
Well, that would be a country. Yes.
Okay, whatever. Look, you're getting into the minutia.
Okay, but here's the thing. I would say a 3.5 earthquake is not an earthquake. It's someone bumping the bed.
I'm sorry, geologists would disagree with you. They classify that as an earthquake, 3.5 anything, and there were
in name only.
And there were several. It wasn't just one. Back to back.
EINO, earthquake in name only.
Look, no.
It's like saying it's a 2.3 earthquake. Is it really? Is it really an earthquake when you're below a 4?
In one localized area, that is absolutely worth bringing to the news. And I remind you, I did not bring this because I did not want the mockery that was going to come with it.
All right, let's talk about this seriously. Stefan, did you feel any of the earthquakes even though they were 40 miles from you, 50 miles from you?
I did not.
Okay. Mark Warner, did you feel any of the quote unquote earthquakes, like laser beam?
Not a thing. I didn't feel it.
Okay, your
Air quotes.
mockery and your air quotes. It's not necessary right now.
Okay, all right. Twala, did you feel any of the earthquakes?
I felt this story in my bones.
Answer the question.
I don't have to feel it to know it happened. Okay, no.
Hostile witness.
Okay, no, I did not. That's not the point.
Contesta la pregunta.
Our listeners,
Contéstame.
our listeners in San Bernardino, look, someone in San Bernardino who's on the chat, let Mo know that you felt these.
You have
earthquakes
to
in the
outsource
storm.
your feelings now.
I didn't have to look. I don't live in San Bernardino. There's no way I would feel it.
But you.
The border
Like it's a big idea. Big deal.
It is worth noting. I am glad that you brought it. I'm glad that once again you are reminding our SoCal listeners that they must always be prepared, that earthquakes are a major reality. We are well within earthquake season because it is just getting hotter. It's getting hotter, which means our earth is drier. What?
It's getting hot in here or something?
It is.
Oh, I have a question. I got a question.
What?
Carnicia, who has only been in California for 8 months.
Okay, now you're bringing Carnicia. Okay.
Okay. Who obviously has no familiarity with earthquakes. If she felt it, she would have probably climbed the walls. Have you felt your first earthquake yet since you've been in California?
No, I have not.
Have you felt anything where you had to say, hey, is that an earthquake? Or even just crossed your mind and brought the question to mind?
I mean, well, there was this one time the building kind of swayed a little bit.
And you asked yourself or asked someone around you, was it an earthquake?
Yeah.
But you have not experienced one.
No.
So even though there were 4 or 5 earthquakes in San Bernardino last night, you didn't feel any of them because they weren't major. Is that fair to say?
Fair.
Yes,
Carnicia,
I'm leading the
are you
witness.
monitoring the chat? Carnicia.
I am monitoring the chat.
I just want to make sure that you're monitoring the chat for us.
37% of people say they didn't feel a thing.
They don't live in San Bernardino.
Okay.
That's 37%. They probably live in Hawthorne near Mo. We need San Bernardinians.
I'll ask.
The bottom line is we get minor quakes every day, to be serious. We get minor quakes every day, ranging all up and down California. I would be more concerned if there were a swarm in the 4 to 5 range on the Richter scale. 3, you get those all the time. If you have like an earthquake app and you have like notifications whenever it's like a 3 Temblor or higher, you'll see it's like almost every day. It's not a big deal. Now, I mean, when you give us a 3.5 and we just had, what was it, Mark? 8 point?
It was an 8.8.
8 something off Russia, in Russia?
Oh, yeah, it was an 8.8.
Yeah, 8.8.
8.8.
Okay, there's an 8.8 in Russia. We had a tsunami warning, and you bring me 3.5? You want me to stop the show for a 3.5?
I want you to make sure you are mentioning that this swarm of earthquakes happened in a localized area of San Bernardino, and that's worth raising an eyebrow.
Not really. Oh, but before we go to break, I think it is fair that we have some news to share. Today is a very special day on the show, Later with Mo Kelly. Our favorite person from the city of New Orleans is celebrating a very special day today. It is her, how should I say this? It's her annual celebration of her 22nd birthday. Happy birthday, Carnicia. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Momigos.
Turn up.
We don't allow dancing on the tables in here, so don't.
Then I can't get a little cash.
Daniel.
Come get your girl.
I'm
Daniel.
playing.
If Carnicia starts dancing on this table, there's going to be a misunderstanding in here, and it's not going to be with me. Okay? Because I want to move as far as I can away from the table.
Oh, my gosh.
So I won't be implicated in it. I have no dollar bills in my wallet. None. None. Seriously, though, are you doing anything special for your birthday? Or did you do anything special?
Well, this weekend, I'm going to a concert, and I'm going to get a cup of ice cream and chill by the poolside.
Are you going to take anyone with you? You say you're going. You just say we're going.
It sounded like a solo
Daniel
trip.
like to join me by the pool, but he's definitely coming with me to this concert.
Does he know that?
Yeah, he know that.
Okay.
Damn,
So Daniel's like me. He stays away from the pool. I get that.
He's working, and I'm chilling, eating ice cream.
Passenger princess.
Wow. Passenger
Princess treatment.
I cannot.
You will, evidently. It's later with Mo Kelly. When we come back, we're going to go to an LA Sparks game, and guess what they threw out on the court last night? It was not a basketball, but it did bounce. How about that for a tease?
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube. You have to check out the video simulcast of the show. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, and we're also live on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to the show. You can watch the show. You can have some combination of both. You can interact with the show. If you're on the YouTube chat, Carnisha, the birthday woman, is filtering your comments, making sure you don't get too far out of pocket. But you can also ask us questions. We'll read your questions on the air, and you'll be in the show. Something we talked about on Monday of this week. We had Jackie Ray in. We went beyond the box score. And I told you about how there was not one, but two different incidents, even as of Monday, in which someone was throwing sex toys, specifically, I'll say it, dildos, on the basketball court in the middle of games. Now, it was dangerous. That was the obvious part. But what was less clear was the reasoning behind it. And Jackie and I had a conversation about what may that have to do with, and it was all speculation. We don't know if it was meant for one person, whether it was meant as something derogatory, or there was a personal issue which was going on that we don't know about. Now, a third incident happened, and it happened in L.A. at the Sparks game last night. And it happened with 2:05 left in the second quarter. And they don't say what particular object it is this time, other than it being a sex toy. And it landed in the lane near Sophie Cunningham, who is someone we talked about, who was very vocal on social media saying, hey, you need to stop it. You need to quit it. It's very dangerous. And it is very dangerous. I played basketball in high school and intramural leagues in college. And if you've ever played basketball before, it is pretty easy to get injured just if there's any type of foreign substance on the court. If it could be moisture, it could be somebody's sweat, it could be portion of a spilled drink, any type of foreign substance. It could be like a grease, hair grease, anything, and you can tumble. If you even land on someone's shoe, you can easily roll your ankle. So imagine a plastic rubber sex toy out there, and you're just playing basketball. You're not looking for objects to end up on the court. You're expecting a flat surface, and you should step on it. You could easily roll your ankle or worse. So laughs and jokes aside, it is dangerous to players. The question now is, why is anyone doing it? And are all of these connected, or is it just a matter of being a copycat? It's happened in different arenas around the country, and now some arenas, or at least within the WNBA, they're going to a no-bag policy, period. So you're not going to be able to bring in what I would term as your purse or your handbag or a backpack or any type of small duffel bag. They're just going to say, no, you're going to have to either take it back to your car or leave it at security, and you're not going to get it back. And that might be the best solution, but it may not be the solution which is going to solve the problem. Because if you've ever been to a sporting event, okay, they have the magnetometer, which will check to see if you have any type of metal on you or any type of weapon on you. Stop, Mark. I know what you're thinking.
They got to ruin it for everyone with their dirty little sex prank.
That's right. And so now, and they've never, or at least the times that I've gone to a sporting event, they didn't pat you down. But if there was something which seemed strange about you, they would say, like, open your bag or show us what's under your jacket.
What's that bulge, sir?
Correct. That's going to be the next question. And look, saying you can't have a bag is not necessarily going to address this problem because it's not metal. There are any number of places that you can, hide it, per se. But the question is, stop laughing, Daniel. How is that going to hear him through the wall?
I know, right? You can always hear him.
But more importantly, why is it Daniel is laughing and I don't get a damn rim shot? That is affirmation right there. Okay, someone is laughing in the hallways. And I shouldn't have to point it out and get a rim shot that I
guess
clearly
I'm more
earned.
impressed that you can actually hear him from there.
Listen to how needy he is, Foosh. By the way, Mo, can you imagine having to explain to everybody the cause of your twisted ankle? You're one of those statistics.
Yeah. You hobble into, let's say, I don't know, you come home from the game and you're hobbling. It's like, what happened?
You must have really mixed it up with somebody, huh?
I rolled my ankle. It's like, what? Did they call a foul? No. Did someone like push you? Well, kind of, sort of. So what happened? Well, I stepped on a dildo. He laughed again. I could hear him. Give me my rim shot. Thank you. I'm working hard here.
Just give him the button, Foosh.
No.
Let him press it constantly.
No. I earned it.
Like a rat with those little pellets.
I earned it. And just because, like, for this, you understand, like, working as a freelancer, sometimes you have to go chase your money to make sure people pay you. Okay? I did the work. I got the laugh. Now give me my rim shot.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not always the best judge of that, Mo.
I'm not the judge. Daniel was the judge. Daniel laughed. Daniel, did you laugh? I can hear you through the door. We have a soundproof door that isn't very soundproof. See?
He just said he laughed.
Goodness gracious.
Well, I hope he never suffers a dildo-related twisted ankle.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.